Queen is not traveling to Sandringham for Christmas as William reveals his favorite holiday traditions.
But he also revealed that his favorite Christmas film is Elf, which I can absolutely see from him. He seems like a Will Ferrell kind of guy.
And Duchess Kate is reportedly upset about her strained relationship with Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan.
A source close to Kate said that she was mostly upset about the situation in terms of the toll it took on William.
Plus, Corinne Bearfield, executive producer of The Royal Beat, reveals if William and Kate will celebrate Christmas with the Queen.
I don't know, because they obviously will be in Norfolk from what we understand. So, that will be further away from them than, if they're in Sandringham, it's just a stone's throw. So yeah, they may not if it's at Windsor.
We've got that plus so much more in today's Royally Us. Hello to our fellow royal lovers and welcome to Royally Us. I'm Christina. That's Christine. Welcome to another edition of all your favorite royal news. And there's a lot to get to this week.
I know it's been a really busy week, lots of festive news as well. With Christmas right around the corner, there's a lot to talk about.
Definitely lots to talk about. But let's first get to and hear what you guys had to say about last week's show. Kicking off with Valeria says, shorts, why not? He's showing off his legs. And Kate is saying, they're mine, LOL. Of course, talking about their holiday Christmas card where we saw Prince William, I think maybe for the first time in shorts since he was a little kid.
I think this is the first time ever that a man in shorts has made so many women thirsty.
Totally. But definitely a great Christmas card and they all looked fantastic. Next one goes to Elizabeth. Says, I agree. Harry isn't constrained in the same way that Charles and William are. I think both Harry and Meghan are happy living in Montecito, following and achieving their goals. If reports are correct about Charles wanting to slim down the monarchy, then it was a good call for the couple to strike out on their own. Well, yes, it seems like Harry and Meghan are definitely happy in the decision that they made. I mean, yeah, what we think.
Definitely. I mean, from what we've seen and what we've, heard from them, I think that they are happy. And I think that's what most of us want for them, is just to be happy with, the way that they've created their life.
Yeah, definitely. Totally. All right. Last one goes to Lisa. Says, I don't see how someone can be truly invested in mental health issues yet ignore family members who are having those issues. Same as speaking against racism in sports, but not speaking against it when it affects family members, all for show and not much else. This is, I guess, in regards to Prince William speaking out about mental health. But, obviously Harry and Meghan spoke out earlier this year saying that, they asked for help when she was going through a really dark time and did not receive that. Speaking out against racism when Harry and Meghan said that there was racism within the royal family. Makes a point.
Yeah, it's a very good point. And I think it, leaves so many questions unanswered. And I think it really points out that there's so much that we don't know. And there's so many questions that we'll never have the answer to, why William speaks out at some points and not others. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's, not unfair criticism, but I think it kind of leaves so many questions unanswered that we just will never know.
Yeah. So it's so true. All right. Well, let's get into our royal roundup and kick it off with the royal Christmas plans. And like everybody's Christmas plans right now, kind of up in the air with everything going on with COVID and this new variant. So yes, like amid rising concerns about the coronavirus, Queen Elizabeth has canceled her annual Christmas party and is celebrating Christmas this year at Windsor Castle. She canceled her trip to Sandringham, and another year that she's not going to be able to do the regular royal Christmas traditions. And it's crazy that this all is spiking within the last few weeks.
I know so many families have had to make these changes at the very last minute. And the royal family is apparently, not immune literally to the situation. And I think, the Queen, especially on her first Christmas without Prince Philip, this must be so difficult to not have her, traditions and the comfort of the Sandringham property, during this time. I'm sure she's devastated, but obviously they're going to make the decision that's safest for everyone involved. And they had to consider not just the Queen herself, who obviously we need to keep her in good health, sure, and her family, but also the public really comes out in full force on Christmas Day and lines the street. Mm-hmm. So I think that they really had to take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, there's just so many different factors. And she canceled her big Christmas party that was supposed to take place on Tuesday night. That was for the big extended family. That, of course, got canceled as well. And I mean, we don't exactly know who is going to be in attendance at the Christmas festivities. We're going to talk a little bit more about that with Corinne a little bit later on. But I can't imagine the Queen will be spending this holiday alone. Hopefully some close family members will be in attendance with her.
The royal family did say that there will be visits from family members at Windsor Castle. So I imagine they'll be really cautious, taking turns. I'm sure everyone's taking the lateral flow tests, every day to be extra, extra cautious.
Yeah, it is. It's just so sad because like you said, this is her first holiday or first Christmas without Prince Philip. So it's going to be a tough one, and not to be able to spend it with your close family is probably even more heartbreaking. But, a lot of people are going through it as well. So it's, oh God. Well, moving on. This is something to look forward to, though. We got our first look at Duchess Kate's upcoming royal carols Together at Christmas special. So take a quick look at this.
Join Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge.
I'm so excited to be hosting Together at Christmas here at Westminster Abbey.
With special guests and music performances.
Royal Carols Together at Christmas. Christmas Eve at 7:30 on ITV.
I feel like we've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks, but it looks like such a beautiful event and a beautiful concert and a great way to kind of celebrate the holiday season. And it's a good thing that she did it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, this apparently was very well timed. I wonder if they had any idea. But yes, the show is set to air on Christmas Eve on ITV. I haven't heard when it's airing in the US, but I'm so sure that we'll see it really soon. But we've seen some incredible performances already from Ellie Goulding and some really sweet moments between William and Kate, but also between Kate and some of the other guests at the event. So I'm excited. I think they've put together a really beautiful show.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And then we also got them to see William and Kate during the Royal Variety Show. So this was filmed also like a few weeks ago. And, another fun, you got to see some more playful moments between the two of them as well.
Yeah, I think that there's some really funny clips where, a comedian says that he's not hitting on Kate. Don't worry. But it is a star-studded event. Rod Stewart performs, Ed Sheeran performs. There's tons of celebrity guests, comedians who do little stand-up segments. And so that should be really exciting. And that's an annual event that everyone really looks forward to in the UK. So I think that'll be another special uplifting thing to catch on television.
Totally. Definitely keep an eye out for that one. Well, during a radio appearance, the Duke of Cambridge revealed some of his favorite holiday traditions after being asked by young patients at the Royal Marsden Hospital, of which he has been president of since 2007. So I love getting little glimpses inside their holiday, what their holiday looks like. And it seems like it's kind of just like ours.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems so normal. Prince William says that there's a lot of food. And he said that even when he thinks he's full, there's still that extra corner in his stomach for another bite of sausage or turkey, which I've seen that extra corner in my husband several times,
Totally.
You never run out of room. But he also revealed that his favorite Christmas film is Elf, which I can absolutely see from him. He seems like a Will Ferrell kind of guy.
Totally.
And he said his favorite Christmas song is Feliz Navidad.
Oh, very nice. I like that too. Yeah, I think he went on to say that it's so much fun, seeing Christmas through the eyes of his children, that, it's great to see his kids playing with their cousins and all the laughter that kind of fills the rooms now. And Christmas, it definitely takes on a different meaning now that you have kids. So it really totally relates to that. It really
does. Yeah. And I think the whole interview made him seem really down to earth, really made the royal family itself be relatable because, there's people eating too much and kids running around playing, but it's in Sandringham, in this really grand setting, but we're all the same at the same time.
Exactly. All right. Moving on to Prince Harry, because he and Meghan Markle are getting into the holiday spirit by donating to their town's Christmas parade. I love this. I think that's so fun. Like getting, rubbing elbows with your neighbors. But even though your neighbors are like Ellen and Oprah and Katy Perry.
Different kind of neighbors from mine. Yeah. I thought this was such a lovely story. So they donated to the neighborhood parade, which was a automobile parade where I think they came out with all the cool cars and decorated them really, festive, and Santa himself was there. And I love that they were involved in this and were really just getting involved in their community. And I think it again shows that Archie is just being given, and now Lily Elizabeth as well are being given really normal, but really beautiful, wonderful childhoods.
Yeah. And they are getting the privacy that they wanted. And, you never see paparazzi pictures of them out and about. I can't imagine that they're just holed up in their house forever. I'm sure they do. They go out and about, and people are giving them the respect and the privacy that they need. And when they want to come forward and share a little bit about their lives, they are. So it seems like they're having fun. And I would have loved to seen a picture of them at the parade. I would imagine that hopefully that they were there, but it seems like they're getting into the holiday spirit.
Definitely.
All right. Well, moving on, in between all of this holiday planning and get-togethers, there is a new documentary called Philip, Prince, Husband, Father, and that is set to air on ITV. Now, during the documentary, Martin Palmer, one of the speakers in the film, recalls what Philip said following Diana's funeral. Now, obviously, this is such a moving moment when he is walking with William and Harry and Prince Charles behind Diana's casket. And you don't really see the royal family getting too affectionate or showing too much compassion within the family, but this was a touching moment.
I thought that this was really, really sweet. And I think that not a moment that the public has really seen too often, but he just shares a touching, comforting moment with Prince William on what must have been just an overwhelming day. And we did, learn recently that Prince Philip wasn't originally going to walk in that procession, but he walked with his grandsons to be there with him. I just think that this is a lovely tribute to him, in this season, right after he's passed. The first Christmas without him, to really show what a caring and sensitive man he really was behind closed doors.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, it just goes to show, like, even in the tributes after he passed away, that William and Harry both had a very, very close relationship with him. Their his great grandkids had a very close relationship with him as well. He always had the barbecues going, was always making jokes, and they really were very close to him. And it seems like he was there for them during one of the toughest times in their lives, the toughest time in their life.
Right. Yeah. And it's interesting that so much of this happened really behind closed doors, and it's only now that we're learning about it and learning what an incredibly loving grandfather and great grandfather he was.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like it's going to be a really great documentary. So if you can, check it out. All right. Well, now it is time to spill the royal tea, and it is being reported that Duchess Kate is really upset about how things unfolded with Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan this year. I mean, I feel like I'm sure everybody was upset about how things unfolded this year. There has to be something. I mean, obviously Meghan spoke out in that tell-all interview talking about what happened with the, at the wedding, and how they, Kate made her cry and things like that. And Harry and Kate had such a close relationship too. So I'm sure she is very upset about how things have unfolded.
Absolutely. I think a source close to Kate said that she was mostly upset about the situation in terms of the toll it took on William. And I think seeing your husband suffer like that, and seeing what used to be such a close, loving, supportive relationship really fall apart, was probably really difficult to sit on the sidelines and for her to watch.
Right.
And I think that must have been incredibly difficult, to sit there quietly and see the situation unfold as it did.
Yeah, definitely. I know this, that they are also reporting that this whole situation did bring William and Kate even closer together, though. So they kind of leaned on each other, and, usually in dark times that tends to happen. So it seems like, at least a good spot in all of this is that they kind of, really, they really got close together. So
right.
I don't know. Hopefully we'll all put this behind us in the new year.
I hope so. New year, fresh start.
Exactly. All right. Well, now it is time to break down the royal rules and what Christmas may look like for the royal family. And to help us do that is Corinne Bearfield, executive producer of the Royal Beat. Take a look. The royals are gearing up for a very big event, but we've also had a cancellation so far with the Christmas holiday. Obviously the COVID variant is, spiking around the world, and the royals, just like us, are being affected by it.
Yeah, so obviously in the UK, as everyone's probably heard, like the COVID rates are spiraling at the moment. Like every day they're just going up, and we don't really know what's going to happen at Christmas. There's lots of news about, like, is Christmas going to be cancelled in 5 days, which I'm hoping not. So obviously for the royal family, that, that's exactly the same. They've got to listen to the government. So the Queen has cancelled already, definitely cancelled her big Christmas annual party that she does every year normally, and that would have been on Tuesday, but that's already been cancelled. And at the weekend, I know that the Queen didn't go to church at Windsor, which she normally would have done, just because she's just trying to keep everyone safe for Christmas Day, just in case, that things can go ahead. So I think the plans at the moment and how they stand at the moment is that she will have a small, close family gathering. I understand from sources that there could be a Christmas at Windsor this year if things change. I think close aides are kind of looking at an alternative Christmas and how that would look at Windsor instead of everyone going to Sandringham.
So if Christmas is at Windsor, would the Queen just spend Christmas alone? Oh God,
I don't. I don't think that after last year, she would just spend it at Windsor last year with Prince Philip. That she would want that again, and especially because if she would be on her own this year if no one went to see her. So what I understand from sources that she won't be spending it alone, but it might be just slimmed down even further than what we talked about.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And then obviously, we always look forward to that Christmas walk. Do we think that that's probably going to be canceled as well?
Yeah, I think the crowds have been asked not to go this year to Sandringham, to the church. So there's been kind of two voices at the moment. One is that, crowds won't be allowed. And then the Queen and the senior members of the royal family will still attend the church. But they're also that the Queen may attend a separate service somewhere else if the crowds are allowed. But from what I understand, the crowds are going to be asked to not go down this year.
I think it's so interesting that you heard that, everything may be scaled back and happening at Windsor again. Do we think Kate and William will attend if it's at Windsor?
I don't know, because they obviously will be in Norfolk from what we understand. So, that will be further away from them than, if they're in Sandringham, it's just a stone's throw. So, yeah, they may not if it's at Windsor.
Yeah. How do all the kids get involved during Christmas as well? Because it's got to be, I know Prince William said, a few days ago that it's so much fun seeing Christmas through the children's eyes and that, they get to play with their cousins and things like that. So I'm sure Christmas is definitely a little bit more laid back, like you said, probably because of all these kids that are running around.
Yeah. And from what I understand, like the Queen is in her element when she's got her grandchildren sitting on her lap and having that family time. So I'm sure it's something that we'll never ever get to witness, that kind of really relaxed family time, which is, what everyone else has at Christmas.
Tell me all about the Royal Beat. I know you guys have a big Christmas special and a little bit of a gift giveaway too, right?
Yeah, so we've been doing the Royal Beat for nearly 2 years now, which is unbelievable. So every 2 weeks for 2 years, and it's a topical show. So we're never short of things to talk about. Obviously, as you can imagine, with the royal family, like when we've done one, we're like, oh, I wonder what's going to be on the next one, and then literally it's like it creeps up. There's so much to talk about. And then in terms of True Royalty, yeah, we are doing a gift giveaway for Christmas, and so we're doing a gift card. So for anyone that's not bought their Christmas presents yet, I know it's the 20th of December over there, but if you're struggling, we're doing a gift card. So I think we're doing for $40, so it's just under $40 for a whole year's subscription to True Royalty. So that's 600 documentaries, 20 new titles every month, exclusive titles, original premieres for the US. So yeah, it's obviously a very good giveaway for Christmas. So we don't do it normally.
Yeah, when we spoke to her, things were kind of like unraveling. And I feel like even when everybody sees this, Christmas plans could be totally different too. So it's constantly changing, and like it's constantly changing for not only the royal family, but for all of us.
Right. So many of us are just your Christmas plans are just falling apart right in front of you. It's day by day. It really is day by day.
Ugh, the worst. All right. Well, let's move on to our royal history moment of the week. And I thought it'd be fun if we kind of take a look back at some of our favorite royal Christmas cards. Is there one that really stands out to you?
I really love Meghan and Harry's sort of animated illustrated Christmas card. I thought that was such a unique and ingenious way to share your family, but retain the privacy that they were craving so much. I thought it was it's such a beautiful photo as well, or I guess a beautiful illustration as well.
It is. It totally is. I love that one. I also loved Meghan and Harry's first Christmas card. There was a beautiful photo from their wedding. There are all these fireworks going off. I really liked that one. Of course, going all the way back to, Princess Diana and Prince Charles with the young William and Harry is also fun to look at.
I love those 80s, 90s fashions.
Yes, the 80s, 90s fashion. And I feel like Kate and William always, bring like a classic, beautiful family portrait. So that's always nice to look at as well.
I don't know how they get all the kids smiling. I have yet to figure that one out.
Tell me your secrets, because my my Christmas cards this year, we got a photo taken and my daughter would not hold onto my son. So we had to Photoshop them together. A disaster. So
I find that any photo where my boys look great, I look terrible, and I have to sacrifice somebody.
It always happens, but it makes for a good story, right?
It does.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, we have to check in on our royal kids, and Duchess Kate's mother, Carol Middleton, revealed which of her go-to traditions she's bringing back for her grandchildren this season. We talked about Carol a couple of weeks ago, and she always kind of drops these little hints about her grandchildren, which are always so fun. But I like this tradition because she actually does 2 Christmas trees.
She does 2 Christmas trees. So one is really formal and the other one is really for the kids. So the kids, it's either a handmade decoration or something they made at school or something that they bought just for, Granny's tree, and they get to decorate it together. And I know she's spoken before that her favorite time at Christmas is when she has all the grandkids over and they're all decorating the tree. And I just think that that's such a lovely thing. And it probably eliminates that anxiety of when they put the ornament in the wrong place, because you have your grown-up tree that looks beautiful and your kids can do the other one.
Totally. And I'm sure it's all ornaments that if they fall, they won't break. So
exactly,
you can put them wherever you want, because I know we have all of our nice ones all up on top, so none of the kids can grab them, and all the bad ones at the bottom. So
and Carol has another new grandchild this year. So I hope that they can get together for a little tree decorating. I'm sure it's a full house.
I'm sure it is. Well, Christine, thank you so much. I wish you and your family a wonderful and safe holiday this season.
Yes. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you guys. And I hope that everyone can stay safe and healthy.
Definitely. Yes. A very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And we will see you guys next week for our best of show. We're going to recap all of the biggest stories in the royal family. So make sure you take a look at that. All right. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we will see you guys next week.